chants, jubilations and songs of freedom in court as Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obed Lutale back.
Dr. Zinya Mazina. Dr. Akaimba kamusanyudde. Dr. Akaimba kamusanyudde yadde musibe. Yasinga obugumu wano asinga n'abato. PFF wakambwe mu maneno.
Once the court finds that it has no jurisdiction to decide the case, it cannot take any further step in the case. The accused persons in criminal case number 8 of 2020 these persons to High Court, does not have jurisdiction to make any decision or order after the committed proceedings. This court can thus not make any decision on the application for recusal because it has no jurisdiction to do so. The committed proceedings in criminal case number 8 having been concluded on 28th May. Accordingly, the accused is further remanded, awaiting trial at High Court.
Doctor has been committed to the High Court. Abasinga kyembadde musaba ensala zammwe abasinga zembadde musaba zituukiridde. Omukulu Jengo wuuyo
Hello? Set? Okay. Please, can somebody take the lead? Papirira ne bagaaka bakole komito naye ng'ate tebannamala kumaliriza bujulizi baagala okusumulula amasimu bafune obujulizi ne baagala to eat their cake and have it nti tufune komito Dr. Besigye bamutwale mu High Court okuwulirizibwa omusango gutandika okuwulirizibwa but at the same time basigale era nga bakyanoonyereza ekitaliyo mateeka kaakati kitegeeza ki baafuna komito yaliwo nga 29 omwezi oguwedde meaning nti Dr. Besigye kati n'Obedi Lutale balinda hearing naye kitagenda kufuna bwe bujulizi bwe badde baagala obw'okuopening up amasimu kubanga kooti yokka yeyina okulagira ate erina kuba kooti eno eya wansi eri eya waggulu ewuliriza musango nga guwedde obujulizi buwedde okunoonyerezebwa so High Court tewaayo budde bwagamba nti ate muddeeyo munoonyereze kakati kitegeeza nti omusango oguli mu High Court ogugenda gwe baweerezaayo for trial tegulina bujulizi kubanga obujulizi bwe badde baagala buli ku masimu gano ge boogerako kati ate tebabakkiriza gaggula obujulizi bwe badde baagala tebabufunye n'olw'ensonga eri guli omusango nagwo si dead completely mufu kubanga tegulina bujulizi fayiro bagiweerezaayo nga kiwongwongole temuliimu busomyo temuliimu bujulizi bwe baagala tebuliimu fayiro yagenda kati ate kooti ebagambye ffe engeri gye twaweereza fayiro mu High Court tukyalina bujulizi buyinza bubakkiriza genda maaso nakunoonyereza si tubagamba n'ogwo omusango baguggyeyo bate Dr. Kizza Besigye kuba tegukyalina makulu obujulizi obukulu bwe badde baagala tebuliimu so nagwo era gwakumala budde so kyekitegeeza ffe kyetuddako mandatory bail application yaffe ekyaliyo yadde Dr. Besigye ne Obed Lutale baba committing mu High Court tekitegeeza nti kibajjako right yaabwe okufuna gye bayita mandatory bail omuntu ng'awezezza emyezi mukaaga ng'ali ku remand nga fayiro tenaweerezebwa mu High Court. So n'olw'ensonga eyo application yaffe twagala ewulirwe. Bagiwadde Justice Baguma yagenda ogiwuliriza naye ebyo tugenda bimanaginga kuba ate no fayiro kati eri mu ICD eri mu International Crimes Division fayiro eya case substantive case naye ya bail ate eri mu Criminal Division wa Justice Baguma. Katugenda kulaba ebyo bwe tubihandolinga so tugenda tannaba kutuwa lunaku naye twagala ebyo tulabe bwe tubimaliriza ebya mandatory bail kubanga tekijjawo right ya Dr. Besigye ne Obed Lutale okufuna bail oluvannyuma lw'okubeera nga baamala ennaku ezisukka mu 6 mu 18 ku remand. They have just been wasting our time. Obviously, it's no brainer, and it's obvious that once one has been committed to High Court for trial, you cannot reopen the case for investigation. It's no brainer. Even an ordinary person, a lay person would know this, that the jurisdiction of this honorable court is exhausted at a time when committal proceedings are conducted. In other words, we have a doctrine of functus officio. Once the lower court has exhausted its powers, its jurisdiction, its mandate, it becomes functus officio. In other words, its hands are tied. You have no choice but to terminate the proceedings. So that is the thing. This magistrate had no choice but to terminate all the proceedings relating to Dr. Besigye's case after conducting the committal proceedings on the 29th of May. And this is been actually waste of time. But on the side of the case, in regards to the merits of the matter, the substantive case before the High Court right now, it's a huge blow to the state in that they wanted this evidence to support their charges. And it's the reason they put in this application so that court could issue an order to allow them access the data on Dr. Besigye and Obed Lutale's phones, which court has now rejected because they have no jurisdiction. Obviously, as we explained, they had a dilemma. They were in a catch-22 situation. They were placed between a rock and a hard surface. They had 6 months within which to conduct the investigations, which lapsed on the 20th of May. But at that time, by that time rather, they had not exhausted all the investigations. And all they had to do is to admit Dr. Besigye on mandatory bail in accordance with the provisions of Article 23 of the Constitution. Yet they never wanted Dr. Besigye released. So they had to keep him on remand under all circumstances. But their time had run out. They had to close the case at that time. But they still had a pending application to access data, which they had to pursue. And there was no way they could still keep Dr. Besigye on remand after the expiry of the mandatory remand period of 180 days. So that's the catch-22 situation they had to deal with. So they wanted two things. One, to have Dr. Besigye on remand, but at the same time continue investigations even after the mandatory period of remand. They couldn't achieve both. So they had to go with one of the two. Either you could have Dr. Besigye released on mandatory remand and continue with investigations until such a time when you are done and ready to proceed with the hearing, or you have Dr. Besigye committed to High Court for trial and you forget all about the evidence which you wanted to substantiate your case. So that's where they are. So now where we stand today, they cannot have this critical evidence that they wanted to support their case. Because now the magistrate has, and rightly so, decided that she has no jurisdiction because she is functus officio, she exhausted that jurisdiction, and therefore they cannot proceed with the application to access Dr. Besigye'S information. And that has far-reaching implications on the merits of the matter, because they badly needed this evidence to support the charges before the High Court now. So that's the call we are making now. Now that their case is hollow, they should have it withdrawn. It should be withdrawn, because without this critical evidence, it's an exercise in futility for them to proceed with the prosecution. No brain again to say that they have no case against Dr. Besigye without this kind of evidence, which they badly needed, and they cannot have it. It's a fait accompli now. It's gone, totally gone, because the High Court cannot open even the slightest window of ventilation to allow them smuggling this evidence. It's not possible. Kaput. So the case is completed. Kaput. The reason they should release Dr. Besigye. That said, for us, we are proceeding with the application for mandatory bail, which we filed upon the expiry of 108 days on remand. It's now pending before Justice Baguma. Only that we need to deal with the issue of management of the two files. The substantive case is before the ICD. Yet the application for bail is in the criminal division. So we are going to sort that out administratively and have this matter fixed for hearing, so that we can have Dr. Besigye and Obed Lutale released. Thank you.
Kale byebyo ebya kano Dr. Kizza Besigye kooti eganye government ya General Museveni kwekebejja essimu ze okufuna obujulizi. Dika bano baali bataddemu omusango mu kooti Nakawa nga basaba kooti ebakkirize kano Dr. Kizza Besigye abawe essimu ze ne Obed Lutale bazekebejje bazitaganjule bafune obujulizi bwe beetaaga okumulumika mu kooti enkulu nti nno muyeekera era alina bibinja by'abayeekera n'abantu be yayogera nabo naye obujulizi obwo n'okugula amasimu ge okugyamu obujulizi badde beetaaga kooti ebubammye yagambye tekikkirizibwa era tebalina kukwata ku ssimu za Besigye kubanga kooti terina buyinza obwo bubakkiriza gavumenti ya General Museveni. Kole kikyali esabye okutaganjula essimu za Dr. Kizza Besigye okugyamu obujulizi bwe yeetaaga. Kitegeeza omusango gwa gavumenti gwe yateekayo nti nno muyeekera balina obujulizi gujunguluddwa essaawa yonna gugobwa mu kooti enkulu. Tulinde ebitya binaabigenda mu maaso, tujja kuba tubibawa mweraba.